Welcome to Cooking with Franco. Okay, today we're going to make a very simple yet complex dish depending on how you look at it. Simple because it's going to have a nice simple flavor. We're going to do meatballs. There's ground beef in here. There's about half a pound of ground beef. There's a half a cup of breading. A third of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay. Over here I have a blend of spices. There's a little bit of everything. You kind of toss to flavor. I've tossed a little bit of parsley in here, a little bit of sage, and a couple other things here and there. Some salt, pinch of salt. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. I do like a lot of garlic in my meal. It's up to you if you guys want some garlic or not. 2 eggs. A little bit of mushrooms, 1 can of tomatoes, and I'm going to use probably about a half a box of rigatoni, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. First things first, let's chop everything up. In a small bowl, we will add the 1 pound of hamburger meat. We'll add the spices. We'll add half of the garlic. I'll use the other half when I make the sauce. We'll also add the breading. I'll add half of the cheese. Once again, I'll use the other half in the sauce. And the 2 eggs. We'll add a little bit of olive oil. Mix everything up with a spoon, or a fork, or however you want. The next step is we're going to fry the meatballs. I like to use a little bit of canola oil. When we warm that up, the size of the meatballs really depends, and the shape really depends on the person. I like to make my meatballs nice and small. And put it right in the oil and let that fry. Once they start cooking on one side, you want to flip them over and cook them on the other side. Once they're cooked, you want to pull them out and let them lay just sitting on a folded towel. We've done the meatballs. They've been sitting here for a couple of minutes. They've drained. And we're ready to make the sauce. First thing, we'll add a little bit of olive oil. I've warmed up the pan. We'll add the rest of the garlic. We'll let that cook. Okay, Okay, next we're gonna add some mushrooms. I've chopped them up into really small pieces. Now the mushrooms are gonna soak up a lot of that olive oil. So we're gonna add a little more olive oil once that's all soaked up. Go ahead and add a little bit more olive oil. Mix that up. Okay, next thing is I've got 1 can of tomatoes here. We'll go ahead and add that next. I like using diced tomatoes because you still get the full tomato flavor, but they're nice and chopped up for you. Mix that up. We'll add the rest of the spices from earlier. And once again, that's just a little bit of parsley, a little bit of chopped up onion, some basil, some chopped up carrots, pepper. We'll go ahead and add the cheese. The reason I like to use cheese in my sauce is because it will cut down on the acidity of the tomato. Mix that up. And finally, we'll add the meatballs. Just go ahead and put them right on top. Very good. We'll put this on low and we'll go ahead and mix this up a little bit. Okay, while that's on nice and low, we'll go ahead and put a lid on it and let that cook. Meanwhile, on this pan back here, I've gone ahead and put some water in there with a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt, and I'm going to go ahead and get that ready for the pasta. Once the water boils, go ahead and add the pasta. I'm going to add about a half a bat. Make sure you mix it up. Pasta doesn't look completely done yet. And now we'll go ahead and add the meatballs. And some sauce. And buon appetito!